Good morning, everybody. I wanted to make a quick video because this just blew my mind that this is the actual issue that's wrong with this truck right now. It's a 2013 Dodge Ram 2500 SLT with a 6.7 liter Cummins in it. About a day and a half ago, I started getting the air filter service, which, I mean, I got a K&N filter in here, which is pretty clean. I keep this thing pretty clean. I clean it at least, once every month or two. And I started getting the air filter service warning flash on the dash. I started getting, I checked my codes and I was getting a code for check crankcase breather. I also got the DEF warning, and I checked that code as a P1507 Echo, basically saying reductant pressure too low. I don't know if those are tied into this one, but I saw a video online of another gentleman doing this, and I was like, no, that can't be what's actually wrong with my air filter service light. That would just be a horrible design by Dodge to put a shitty flexible pipe on an intake system that sucks so much air in like a diesel engine. So I went through the trouble this morning, got my mud guard off, got my fender guard, and went down here and said, let me look at this pipe this guy's talking about. Basically, I mean, if you look at the video, he checks your air filter. You got your air filter box, you got a diverter valve in here that either sucks air from this side port, which goes towards the fender, and then you have another hole right here that goes towards the front of the truck. The one at the front, as soon as I opened it, I was like, it's closed. So I'm like, okay, well, that one's closed, so that means it is sucking air from this one, and that's the one that I had a feeling that had an issue, because the same one that the other gentleman had an issue with. I mean, I kind of tried to peek through these holes with my flashlight to see if I can see a crust, but you really can't. You do need to take this stuff off to see it. And then I get down here and I just pulled this fender off. Look at the way that this thing has collapsed in on itself. This big piece of plastic cheap pipe has completely caved in and folded in on itself and completely blocking any air from going into the airbox. Especially if that front valve is closed, because if it's just sucking air from that pipe's closed off. There's no way for air to get into your engine. So horrible design by Ram. I'm gonna say Dodge because I know Ram's their own company now. That's a really bad design by Ram for them to do that. But buyer beware. It is a simple fix. Hopefully, I'm gonna cut off the excess of this pipe. I'm gonna cut it back to about here, just so it can't collapse in on itself. And we will go from there and see what it does. So, good luck to me. As I pulled it down, it's not even plastic. It's literally paper. That's literally paper. That's what this is made out of. And with the volume of air that a diesel engine sucks in, they apparently expected it to not collapse in on itself. Way to go, Ram. I'm just pulling the whole fucking thing off. It's off. I got the whole thing off here. It's literally paper. That's what this thing's made out of. It's paper. That garbage is paper. So, that obviously would restrict it if it was blocked, but it's completely open now. So I'm gonna clear out my codes and take this thing for a nice hard drive and see what it does. So I'm taking it on a test drive now just to see if it was what I thought. What I did, as you saw, I pulled that collapsed piece of paper tube that Ram decided to put on that extension airbox housing under the passenger side fender. And just because I was getting a DEF code, service DEF code system as well, I do have a Texa, diesel diagnostic software laptop, so I can get in there with that one and actually do a regen. And I said, you know what, let me go ahead and let it run a regen. It probably ran for a good hour and 20 minutes. This truck's got 89,000 miles on it right now. It's a daily driver. I get on it pretty hard. I mean, it's a road service truck. And all I did was pull that restriction out for that paper and do a regen, and the truck is running like a champ right now. I couldn't even get on the gas before without that air filter light coming on. I also had codes for the breather, the engine crankcase breather having an issue, but as you can see, I'm flooring it right now. 30 psi, no problem. Pulls normal, no service lights, no messages. So literally all of that was caused by that collapsed paper tube that Ram engineers designed in there. So buyer beware. If you have that issue, don't take it to the dealership. Check that first. They will probably charge you upwards of $1,500 to $2,000 and sell you everything from a crankcase breather to a turbo actuator, I mean, they'll nail you. You guys know how the dealerships run. So buyer beware. Check that. Simple. It's free. I know if you don't have your own scanner, you can't run your own regen, but I'm pretty sure just pulling out that restriction is going to solve most of your issue. And if you let your truck idle, parked for a little while, it should run its own regen. So there you go, heads up. Hopefully that helps a lot of people, because I'm sure it will.